Hello and welcome back to another Marvel Snap deck highlight video. Josh is going to cover the 3 new cards from Sanctum Showdown when he gets back with full decks and everything, but I wanted to give my input while I'm here. So the first card is Uncle Ben. He is a 1/2 with the text line, when this card is destroyed, replace it with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, who is a 2/4 with the on reveal, move to another location and pull an enemy card from here to there. So the initial thought is, okay, this is a destroy card and a move card. What other decks run that? How about Phoenix Force? Could work. You're already going to have a destroy package. You're already going to have a move package. The downside with that is you don't want to destroy Uncle Ben early. If you do, your Phoenix Force has a chance of coming back as Uncle Ben, which is not what you want. I think this is going to be better in late game destroy decks. Things that run Atuma, Lady Deathstrike, Destroyer. Maybe you could do some cheesing with Galactus, but stuff that will destroy late game. This will mess up the board state a little bit. I think that's what it's going to be better in. That said, I don't think this is a very good card. I think it's haha funny. It's a meme card, for sure. But I don't know that it'll be very good. The second card is Gorgon. He is a 2/3 with the ongoing. Your opponent's cards that didn't start in their deck cost 1 more. This does max out at 6. And that text line is always screwy. If you get 6 drops that have cost reductions, things like She-Hulk or Scar tend to work weirdly or not at all with stuff that has a max 6 text line. My guess is it takes their original cost, not their current, but who knows. Anyway, this is probably going to be a good counter for Barisham decks. It's going to be a good counter for Thanos decks. Those are the 2 main ones. Anything with Collector is going to be rough to play him. A discard deck that wants to play Swarm is not going to have fun either. That said, the cards you'd like to pair with him, probably you like a Ronin. What this does is this just discourages your opponent from playing cards, makes it more difficult to do so. Ronin benefits from that. From there, you can have cards like Black Widow or like Master Mold, who just add cards to your opponent's hand that are now more difficult for them to get rid of. A 2/3 Sentry is okay in a pinch, but a 3/3 Sentry is just bad. Another card that does work, because I had it played against me earlier today, is Spider-Ham. He changes one of the cards in your opponent's hands to a pig. That pig didn't start in your hand, so congrats, it has 1 more cost. I think this is going to be a really obnoxious card, but it is also a very niche card. I think there's really only one deck, and that is going to make a really good use of him, and that is Ronin. I think you could probably pair that with like a Darkhawk or something. Just add a bunch of rocks to your opponent's deck. It's now a 2/0 rock. That's just annoying. But outside of that deck, I'm struggling to see a home other than a anti-RSM or an anti-Thanos kind of card. You could just run it in an ongoing deck as tech for those 2 cards, but I think this is a much better card than Uncle Ben, but I think it's going to be very niche in its use cases. To be fair, I think all of these are very niche in their use cases. I just think I think that Gorgon is going to be more useful than Uncle Ben. The card I think is the best out of these 3 new ones is Laufey. he is a 4/5 with the on reveal steal 1 power from each other card here. And if you're better at reading than me, or you are watching this, then you're going to be in a better spot than I am, or than I was. But this includes your cards. This is each other card that includes your cards on your side of the board. I just didn't register that, so I ate my own cards, and that ended up backfiring. The good news with that is it does just transfer the power. So if you have 2 cards played, they're both going to have -1, but he's going to have +2. So it net evens. Basically, the biggest this card can get is a 4/12, but that's eating 3 of your own cards. The net power he's ever going to have is a 4/9. Because there can be 4 enemy cards he steals 1 from each of them, and then any of your cards he steals are going to be a -1 and a +1. So we're just going to ignore that. A 4/9 is a very good stat line, and the negative power is a very good tech. This is going to work well, extremely well, with a card like Ajax, because it's going to eat a power from each of your cards and gain that power, and then each of your cards that got a power stolen are also going to buff the Ajax. This is going to be a very good card in a lot of affliction decks. I think that's the best of the 3 new cards, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Now that we have the card reviews out of the way, hopping into the actual gameplay. It is Thursday as I am recording this. There was supposed to be an OTA today, but it is pretty late in the evening right now, and that still has not happened. So instead of covering an OTA, I'm just doing a generic Apocalypse discard deck. What this deck does is has a bunch of little cards, Miek, Morbius, and Collector, that get really big the more cards you discard. And then it has decent finishers like Apocalypse if I draw him. We're just going to hold on that. The idea is that you're going to have a couple of your littler cards spread out. They're very good value for their cost. And then you're going to be able to get some free cards on the board. And your Dracula will get some extra power, hopefully, from the Apocalypse. That's ideal because we can hit him twice. All of the discard cards in this deck, I know exactly what they're hitting. That's by design. It's less random. There are cards in this deck, like Apocalypse, that I do want to hit, and there are cards in this deck, like, say, a Dracula or a Morbius, that I absolutely do not want to discard. So I like knowing what is going to be hit when I play a discard card. Interesting. Honestly, 10 power is probably good enough to win that. So, yeah. Well, alright, that's fair, I suppose. If he plays an Odin there, we're in trouble. Yeah, generally don't like to discard the Collector, but this late in the game, he's not really helping us that much. That is a super good pull. So that's going to be best case scenario. If he is an Odin, we're hosed. Otherwise, we're pretty set. That's an Odin. Checks out. Ugh. So we lost this one, but here we are. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was gonna say you can't play cards there, but I thought you could still move and stuff. Very nice. And now, while we're here, we're gonna hit him with the best emote in the game. Boop. Look at this dude. Look at that dude. Love that guy. Into game 2. Hopefully we're going to draw a little better this time. Ugh. That's kind of an ugly location. Fortunately, we have a lot of cards that get fairly big. That's just rude. Huh. Yeah, and this is gonna be a long game, huh? It's unfortunate. Yeah. That's fine. Honestly, we're gonna leave Swarm for now. The Daken getting hit by that hurts, because that just is really nice on the curve. Good, so those are the cards they're bouncing between. Ooh, good. We are going to play our Daken here. We're kind of banking on drawing the M.O.D.O.K. If we don't, we're in a little bit of trouble, because we have a lot of cards that we want to discard here. Yikes. Alright, well, you win some, you lose some, I guess. This one looking like a loss. We're going to slap the Hellcow down there. Next turn, we are going to play the Dracula and the Morbius if we draw him, the Collector if we don't, and activate the Hellcow. I don't even know what I want the Hellcow to hit. Hey, it's your boy. Look at that. Look at all that negative power. Galacta. I was going to say, like, that math doesn't check out. Galacta. It does check out. We are going to play the... We're just going to play out in middle, honestly. I don't think we really have a shot winning Savage Lands. Unless we get really lucky with the Dracula pull. Actually... Yeah, no, I stand by that statement. So... This is gonna hopefully discard the Blade, honestly, or the Muramasa Shard. Muramasa Shard. This dude, this Blade, not this Blade. You know, can't be too mad about that. I can be mad about that though. Oh well, we kind of knew we were losing several turns ago. Is what it is. That's the. We're just chilling. Doesn't bother me. Look at the smiling guy. Having a good time. Hopping into game 3. As they say, third time's the charm. That means we're winning this one for sure. That is... It's not a great location for discard. Our like really big card. That sucks. That's probably... top 3 best locations in the game for destroy. Altar Death is probably better, but like, yikes, that's not good for us. That doesn't really matter. We're going to try. Was the answer? Nice. Let's see. We're gonna play our Dracula into Shuri's lab here. The double power doesn't really matter. It's 2, but that will end up moving it into Kiln. Doesn't necessarily guarantee that we've... Whoa, no, you monster! I've gravely miscalculated. I never suspect magic in a destroy deck. I just doesn't... Like, I guess it makes sense. I just don't register it. Well, in that case... No. That's not the right way to do this. We want that, and then that. So this is going to discard the Apocalypse twice. Venom, not yet. My bad. There's a Venom in there somewhere. Come on, Wolverine, go middle. Go middle. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we've lost middle at this point anyway, so any of their bounce cards that go into middle is less they can spam around later. That's really good. Proxima Midnight would have been our best bet, and that only would have tied. So we're really okay slapping a bunch of cards in there. Ooh, see, this hurts. Oh, no. Okay. No, that's fine. Because that's a 2 and that's a 5. We're going to have 7 next turn. That'll be fine. Works out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there was a way we don't end up with a buttload of swarms. Venom! Still not Venom. Really? This guy just hasn't drawn Venom. Like, for how insane of a location this is, he has to be the most unlucky Destroy player ever. That being said, we're still getting absolutely rolled by him. So, there's that. Yeah, wherever that Deadpool goes, it's winning. And the other one's a null. So, yeah. Alright, fair enough. I mean, honestly, he didn't snap, so I have no problem staying, but oof. Very hard to beat Destroy in a Shuri's Lab. That's just, it's not easy to do. Hit him with it. Like, we had 52 power there, 26 power over here. Like, that's not bad. It's just Shuri's Lab, man. Whoop. Hopping into game 4. Let's see how we do. Apocalypse, Source Swarm. You know, I can work with that. That gets us an early discard, cleans up our hand a little bit. It's hitting a card we know we wanted to hit. We'll take it. We know we're playing Morbius this turn anyway. The only real exception to that rule is if we draw Collector. Morbius isn't ongoing, so if we have to play him on turn 6, who cares? We played a Morbius on turn 6. He still has all his power. Collector only gains power if he's on the board, so if we have Collector and Morbius on turn 2... Nope, that's wrong. This is the one I want. I like to play the Collector out first. That's probably fine. It's a hella deck. Interesting. Throw that there and that there. They didn't play any cards. This was turn 4. They had 5 energy. So that means they're going to play an Infinite this turn. Or they were hoping to pull an Infinite. I don't know. That's a really weird play line if you aren't gonna Infinite. We're gonna do that first, and then follow up with the Hellcow. We're hoping the Hellcow hits the Apocalypse. But if it hits the Swarm, oh well. It hit the Swarm, oh well. It was the same probability either way. This was just better for our Morbius. So the question now is, do they have a Hela? Because if they have a Hela, we've lost. But we have a fighting chance if they don't. They do have the Hela. I don't know how to read, as we established earlier.
Minions to me.
Good, good. That's fine. The Iron Man is not coming back because they discarded it afterwards. You'll love to see it. Hit them with the juice box, just so they know that we're just here chilling, having a good time. They are also here chilling, but not having a good time. And on into our 5th and final game. That location... you know, initially I'm like, wow, discard, it's all on reveal, that hurts. But thinking about it, we have a lot of cards that get around that pretty easily. Miek gets around it, Hellcow gets around it, Dracula gets around it. Morbius and Collector both get around it. Really, that location doesn't hurt us as much as initial assessment would make you think. Sword Mask. Scar. Is this another Helideck? See, this hurts because I really want to play the Blade here, but that's just such a waste of energy. The key is here we're not playing into Hala because we're not risking our card getting nuked, no matter what that card might be. Good. That wins middle. We play the Blade. Blade hits the Apocalypse again. And then the... I'm doing this the wrong way, aren't I? Hold on. Do I want to play Hellcow so I can activate it? The answer is probably yes. We have to play the Swarm next turn because I'm not dealing with the Dracula hitting the Swarm. If not, this is another Hella. What the heck? Why are there so many? That's brutal. Alright, well. Okay. Yeah, see, this is really unfortunate now because we have to do. That's probably our best bet. If they have Hello, we've lost. Which I've said before, but I mean it this time. Heck yeah! That's rough, buddy. So the good news is, even though we lost mid, Dracula coming in clutch, 40 billion power on the board. Hit him with a fist bump because we're nice, and then drink a juice box because it's tasty. So anyway, if you enjoyed this deck or this emote, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.